Okay, so let's talk about the divisions and focus for a class. Some classes are based off of learning, some are based off of working on proficiency, and others are working on application. And you can technically divide your class into those three parts, but I can get into that later. The first focus is with learning is accumulation of new information, such as if we're teaching Versetzen, maybe it's just for them to learn the term, maybe it's for them to just retain the basic body mechanics, maybe it's for them to retain the part of the sword, strong versus like the weak, maybe it's the footwork. The part of learning is the building more and more of their knowledge of the concept or the technique that we are giving them. So if it's building something new, hey, this is a completely new concept. Welcome to Zornhau or Meisterhauen. That's a whole new concept. I'm just going to give you the basics of it, and the goal of that class is to plant those seeds, and the next time they show up, how many of those seeds remained, so that we can build on them. We're just building up bricks in their brain and seeing how many are still there the next time they show up. So that's where the focus is on learning. If you're going to a seminar, that's to learn a bunch of new stuff. The next part is focusing on proficiency, and that is the ability to do the thing when it is called for. Not necessarily applying it freestyle, but like if I tell you, okay, show me a Zornhau, with this person's going to cut angle 1. You walk up there and you can do it. Okay, that is proficiency. You were called to do something, you were able to do it immediately when called upon. Does not mean that you have the next one, which is application. It just shows that you are proficient in either the technical knowledge of it or the demonstrating of it when given a situation. Because you knew what was going to happen. They told you they're going to cut angle 1, you knew that you were going to do your Zornhau. Application focus is more freestyle, or such as the use of freestyle sparring or guided sparring, and where the variables are constantly changing and the person has to apply that information on the fly in situations where they don't know what all the variables are, and that's usually like sparring. So to show this in a kind of a full context, if we were learning about Meisterhauen, I would be defining terms, mechanics, parts of the sword. If we were working on proficiency, it would be people walk in and I go, okay, we're doing Zornhau today. Okay, angle 1, all right, fire, sets of 5. Okay, we're able to do it. Let's get our reps in. And then if we were working on application, and then we would focus on like, okay, while you're free sparring and whatnot, I want you to try to, whenever they attack you, to attack an Indes and utilize the Zornhau. So that's how we can divide. You can divide your teaching into that, and sometimes you're having to divide that if you have a mixed class. So if it's a beginner, intermediate, open class where there's advanced people, some of them are going to be focusing on just learning it. Some of them are working on being proficient at just being able to pull it up immediately. And other people will be working on application level of stuff. So they're going to be more freestyle and not as in the same form as the other people. Okay.